Conklin and Company with 13 ABC Action News anchor Lee Conklin. First with what's happening behind the headlines. And Take 3, our panel of political analysts.
Morning, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Conklin and Company. Coming up today on the program, the Children's Rights Council of Northwest Ohio, living up to its name, standing up for children here in the area, and you can help in that effort. That's coming up a little bit later on. Also on the way, rent going up at Government Center downtown. Can the city of Toledo, Lucas County, afford it? That and more on the way in Take 3, as well as the race for governor, the tale of the tape, fundraising efforts with the challenger, Ed Fitzgerald, on the left, and the incumbent, John Kasich, on the right. But first, if you drive I-75 or I-475 in Northwest Ohio, and let's face it, most of us, if not all of us, do, you are in for a heck of a summer when it comes to the orange barrels. And here to talk about that and other projects that are
a lot of work going on.
ODOT-centric.
ODOT-centric, yeah.
Todd Audette from ODOT.
We've got, Lee, thanks for having me, and thanks for helping us get the word out. Yeah, we've got a lot of work going on. Wood County, right off the bat, we're gonna start probably mid-June through 2016, widen 75 to 6 lanes, 3 lanes both north and south. We'll start with the work, construction in the middle, have the traffic on the outside, then move it to the inside. That's about $260 million worth of work just through Wood County, 32 miles. So an incredible amount of work over a long section.
Long stretch, which means patience. A lot of patience.
A lot of patience. Well, yeah. and we all know the issues out there. It's a major freight corridor, and we're concerned about safety and commerce. We want to make sure that
many trucks. Yeah.
16,000 trucks a day on that section of highway.
Let's take a look at the map if we can, Todd. First, we have video here, and this traffic not too bad on this particular day. I think we shot this video late this week on a beautiful afternoon.
And nobody has a flat tire out there, right. so traffic's moving.
But gosh, if you get on 75 from 475 and you're headed south to Dayton, on the way to Findlay, this is going to be. I guess what you want to say is you ain't seen nothing yet in terms of orange barrels, right?
That's correct. I nicknamed the orange barrel bloom. You can see all the work that we have going up here. By the time all this work is underway, we're going to have about $380 million of construction in and around the Toledo metropolitan area, all the way down to Findlay in Hancock County. And there's also construction going on in Michigan right across the line.
Yeah. We shot this, as we said, on a day when traffic wasn't so bad, but we know how much congestion can occur on this 2-lane stretch on each side. So both, it's northbound and southbound. I want to make that clear, right?
That's correct.
What would you liken it to in terms of backups that drivers will be seeing? Is it somewhat, we have the bridge repairs on 475 over the turnpike.
Right.
Is it similar to that at high peak times of the day?
Well, we're gonna maintain 2 lanes of traffic during the whole construction season, during the whole project actually, and to avoid incidents, like I said, if there's a flat tire out there, we know what happens. Traffic basically shuts down. Freight can't get to Toledo to the factories where it's needed for just-in-time delivery at the factories. So we're adding a towing recovery incentive program to make sure that we can clear commercial vehicles that break down out there. We're putting additional pull-offs for vehicles. We have our freeway surface patrol, and we're focusing all of our resources in order to make sure that anytime there's an incident out there, we can get people moving as quickly as possible. We're going to try to maintain 60 mile an hour through the construction zone, and again, that's contingent on the volume. But when it's all done, it'll be back to 70, and when somebody gets a flat tire out there, you don't have to worry about the interstate shutting down.
Yeah, we've got some of that in graphic detail here for you, in graphic form that we can point out when you talk about drive work zone safety. But in terms of being shut down, it won't be shut down, right? I mean, it's just 2 lanes.
We're going to maintain 2 lanes on all of I-75 and all the work on 475. And in that first graphic, there was pictures of bridges. So if you go up 475, you can see where we're going over the where we go over the.
We're heading north now.
Yeah,
right?
Heading north. When we go over the Ohio Turnpike, we're maintaining two lanes. We've got 3 more bridges to the north of that we're going to work on. Angola, Wolf Creek, and the NS. All those will be maintained under 2 lanes. when we start the downtown reconstruction, full depth reconstruction here this summer, that will be maintained at 2 lanes. We'll start on the inside this year, then move to the outside. So the whole point is to make sure that people can still move about. There's going to be inconvenience, but we're gonna do the best we can to coordinate and minimize that inconvenience during the construction.
Where are you in terms of staffing for all of these projects? I mean, you got enough folks to do all the work?
Well, that of course that depends on who you ask. Yes, we're stretched, and the art of doing this is making sure you got the right amount of people at the right project at the right time to do the inspection work. It's going to be tasking for our engineers and our inspectors, but I'm pretty confident they're very good at what they do. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to be able to get out there and handle the work.
All right, so you have the 75 work, but you mentioned those bridges too. It's kind of back to back to back, right along 475. That could be a little bit dicey. Would you recommend detours, Todd, or stay in the course? It's just going to be a slow go.
It's going to require patience over the next 2 years. We had our first incident Friday morning. We had a problem with concrete setting up on the 475 construction project, which is going on right now. We have systems in place to try to relieve that stress and get the traffic open again. But we're going to see situations where between projects things happen and things break down. But we're going to recover that as quickly as we can and try to get people on their way, get them back going to work and school and into the store.
Nighttime work, overnight work?
That depends on what the contractor wants to do. Okay. The contractors, they have a set time frame, days built into their contract, and they're going to, they make their money on efficiency and speed. They don't want to be out there any longer than they have to, because that's how they make their money. So if there's nighttime work required, they'll probably be out there at night, but we're not going to be running 24/7.
Okay, we would see that on the bridge project on 475 not too long ago. We'd see those women and men out there working overnight.
Yeah,
it's tough work too.
Yeah, it's tough work. We try to stay out of the public's way and work from 9 until 7 in the morning, and to minimize convenience. But sometimes we just can't avoid that, and we have to get out there during the day. And when we do that, we'll try to coordinate between projects, between other municipalities that have construction going on. But there are going to be impacts.
Okay. So. Impacts on tens of thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands. You drive a car. I mean,
yeah, we have 100 to 110,000 people going up I-75 through Wood County, through Toledo a day.
Wow.
On a busy day.
Okay. All right. Patience. 2016, mid-2016, you hope.
Mid-2016 for I-75.
Right.
These other projects will be going on through 2018. That's the next phase, the second phase of the interchange in downtown Toledo, 2018. Should be under construction. Then we're hoping, we're actually applying to widen 475 around from Perrysburg up to Sylvania. We're applying for funds to widen that. That's why we're widening the bridges right now. When we're all done, things will be able to move very efficiently around Toledo.
I think for the people who drive on 475 near ProMedica Parkway and what have you, how good that has been. Maybe that's what we can look forward to then?
Yeah, we're hoping. We had, of course, you're aware that we had some problems out there with frost heave, tearing the pavement open, and we're trying to address that and make sure that if we have another bad winter that we don't have problems like that in the other projects. But yeah, the final product out there with the flow of traffic, except for the ride in that one section, that's what the public can expect.
Yeah, that's I wasn't trying to bring up that situation, Todd, but I mean, for the most part, it's really good.
Right,
Yep. You went there, I didn't, right? Finally, before you leave, I want to ask you about the Waterville Bridge project and where that stands. Kind of an emotional issue out there for everybody who lives out there, and obviously it's a way to get from here to there, from Lucas to Wood County. So where's that stand right now? You made a decision on what you're going to do about a new bridge.
Yeah, we announced after the public comment that we're going to build a new bridge right adjacent to the existing bridge, and the closure is going to be minimum, I believe, 45 days, because we're going to have traffic on the old bridge, and then we're going to convert traffic over to the new bridge. It's about a $20 million project. We're working with the community. We're trying to match the architectural and the historical feeling of Waterville, and we're working with the community, and hopefully we give them something very nice, something similar to what we have between Perrysburg and Maumee.
Yeah, those people who live in Waterville will appreciate that.
Yes.
Todd, I did. All right, thanks very much as always, Todd.
Thank you. Thanks for
Great summer. You know, well,
Yeah, just be safe out there. Check OGO when we get into the heart of construction. It's an app. You can get on OGO and see how traffic's moving around. And of course, we'll be on the radio and on TV on a regular basis, trying to keep traffic flowing.
As we get going here in a couple of weeks away, I'm sure we'll get the word out. There's no question. This is the start for you.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you having us on and helping getting the word out.
Okay, Todd Audette, thanks very much. See you down the road. We're going to be back on Conklin & Company right after this. Stay with us.
Thanks.